In this video, I'm going to show you how I was able to build a free-to-enter program that's already brought me in thousands of dollars in recurring income in the space of just 1 month. Now, this has been a real eye-opener for me, and you might be surprised to hear that even though I'm selling digital products online, I'm not selling them on sites like Amazon or Etsy, and I'm not using Shopify. I'm using a platform that I recently discovered that you can use as well, and you can actually get started with for free. So let's get stuck in. Now, when I was 17, I left college, started my first business, and ever since then, I've had businesses my entire life. But nothing comes close to what I'm doing now with regards to how easy it is and how lucrative it is when it comes to making money. You see, about 10 years ago, I decided to take a huge leap of faith, and I completely gave up on the corporate world. For the first time in my life, I was no longer a boss. I was no longer the person that owned the company. I didn't have any staff and I didn't have any overheads because I started working for myself and working online. Now, over the years, my businesses have turned over millions of pounds in sterling. That's more than millions of dollars. And even though that might sound impressive, I've personally done over $3 million in sales just myself online since I started doing this. And what I love about this is that you can get time freedom as well as financial freedom. You're not tied to any one place. In fact, you can do this from anywhere in the world. In fact, even better, you can do this with your mobile phone. And that is really powerful. So I recently started selling digital products in my new program, which is called Victorable. And what I love about digital products is that anybody can do this, and it doesn't matter what your experience is, what your background is. It's really simple to get started. In fact, if you click the first link below this video in the description, you'll be able to join my program Victorable completely free. Now, if you wanted to get started doing what I'm doing, then in a nutshell, this is what you need to do. First of all, you just need to find a problem that needs solving. A popular problem that people are searching for solutions to. That's what you want. An itch that needs scratching, a pain that needs relieving. And then what you're going to do with the help of AI to do some of the research is you're going to start solving parts of the problem in YouTube videos. Simple YouTube videos, nothing fancy. In fact, you can just share your screen. You don't even need your face on camera. And then as your call to action in those videos, you can simply say to people, if you click on the first link below my video, you'll go through to my free school community where you can learn more about this. This is one of the simplest ways to get started because for a start, you don't need a freebie or a lead magnet. So you're not actually giving something away in order to get somebody on your list. And because you're going to be sending them straight to your school community, you don't need a squeeze page either. You literally just get people to come through to your about page on school and join your community. And because you're giving it away for free, you're not selling anything, and so there's no barrier to entry. And because of all those things, you're going to get good results. Now, I must admit, I had a little bit of a head start when I started my community because I've got a list that I could email. So I was able to get 50 people in the first night, and then by the time I woke up in the next morning, which was actually Christmas Day, I had over 100 people inside my community, which was a great start. But since then, I've been using YouTube to generate traffic to bring in a constant supply of new members into my community. And I've now got well over 800 members in there. You see, using YouTube as your primary source of traffic is not only very simple, but it's actually proven by all the statistics that they've got in the back office. The admin guys at school can see where the traffic's coming from that's converting, and the highest converter is YouTube. So it's a really simple process. You identify a problem that needs solving. You use AI to do some research, or you may even have the knowledge yourself. And then you solve parts of that problem in your YouTube videos and invite people through to your school community where they can go and find more solutions to that problem. Once inside your free school community, if they want to take things further, then they can simply upgrade to a paid recurring subscription where everything will be unlocked for them and they'll find out all the solutions to the problems that they've got. This is going to be a win-win because number one, it solves their problem. It takes away their pain. It scratches their itch consistently for them. And number two, it generates you a reliable and consistent recurring income. So let's compare this to a traditional business. Let's say you were going to sell physical products. For a start, you've got to find a product that's going to sell. And you've got to go and buy the stock. You could go and buy all of the stock and never sell a single piece of that stock. I speak from experience. So you need to find the stock that you're going to sell. You need to have storage facilities for that stock. You need to have an outlet to sell the stock. So maybe a shop, for example. So now we're talking about 2 leases that you've got to sign. One for the warehouse, one for the shop, where you're guaranteeing the rent, regardless of what happens, whether you make a penny or not. You then need to think about packaging and distribution. You might need staff. You certainly going to need equipment and you're going to need goods to do that. And before you know it, all you've done is created yourself a massive headache and given yourself not only a load of stress, but a load of overheads. And that is what I've experienced my entire life until I started selling digital products online. The thing is, they are free to create. Let's say you wanted to create an ebook, then you can literally just do that in Google Docs, completely free of charge. And what I love about this is once you've created it once, you can sell it over and over again. It doesn't cost you any more to sell that product once you've made it. And so it's extremely profitable. So how do you find that problem to solve, that itch to scratch and that pain to relieve? Well, over the years, I've heard so many gurus say, you've got to follow your passion. But, you know, sometimes what we're passionate about doesn't actually bring in the money. What's more important is you've got to find something that people are searching for. They're searching for solutions to, and it's something that they are prepared to spend money on to get the problem solved. Now, I don't know about you, but I can get passionate about making money. So if there was something that people were searching for and I could provide the solution, even though I wasn't passionate about it to begin with, I'll certainly be passionate when that's bringing me a nice recurring income. Now, of course, there's a chance that you are knowledgeable and passionate about something that is monetizable. And if that's the case, you've rung the bell. But let's just assume that you don't have that knowledge or passion just yet. So all you need to do is find the problem to solve. One of the best ways that you can do that is simply to go to YouTube and in the search bar, just type how to, and then you can just run through the alphabet, how to A, how to B, how to C, how to D. And you'll soon see different searches that people are making on YouTube. And if something there resonates with you and you think, oh, that interests me and I could get involved with that, then that could be a niche that you could get started with and start recording videos that solve part of that problem and having a call to action where you invite them to join your free school community. Now, at this point, it would make sense for me to tell you once again that the first link below this video is for my free school community. That's Victorable. And in Victorable, I teach you how you can make a consistent and reliable recurring income from anywhere in the world, from the comfort of your own home, even just using your mobile phone, solving problems for people, scratching their itches and relieving their pain with your own school community. Now you can start your own school community completely free. And then once you've finished the trial for that, it's only $9 a month. Now, what business do you know that you could get started in for $9 a month? That's what makes this a no-brainer. School is a fantastic platform. Since I've got involved with this, I'm absolutely blown away by it. And it's been incredible to see the progress that my students have made inside my community. I'm already getting wins and I'm changing people's lives, and that feels absolutely fantastic. And you know what? I'd like to change your life. So don't forget, go ahead. Click the link below this video, go through to the About page. You'll see a couple of videos there and some information on it, and you'll see a little button that says Join Group. Click on that and I will let you in, and I will literally see you on the inside. Go and do that now and I'll see you there.